Precor 9.33 Elliptical. It's taken apart, and we're attempting to put this back together. Pretty big machine, and here's another view of it right here. So it's not this gray one. We're going to put together this one right here. So these are all the parts that came with the machine. So as you can tell, it's a Precor 9.33 Elliptical. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to install these arms. So that's the left arm that you're looking at there, and you need a 1/2 inch socket and a handle. So you need this right here, 1/2 inch, and you need the bolts. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this on. So grab this arm, and we're going to go ahead and make the connection first. So there's a connection here, it's a connector, and what we do is we just connect it to this cable coming out of here. And so once we make that connection, make sure it locks in there. This one is not locking in, so I'm going to go ahead and tape it so that we don't have any problems later on. Alright, so I'm just going to add this tape on it here so that it doesn't come off. Right. Once you have that in, you just shove the rest of it inside the arm. Like that. And then we just put the bolt. Just raise this up. Right. And got your adjustable there in your soft wrench. These in. You just put them in like really loose. You don't tighten them as yet, because we're going to do the other side. And once you do the other side, then you can, we'll show you where to go from there. So it's a little tight in there. Just going to literally get your hands in there. Alright, so once you get all 4 of them in there, then you do the other side. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and then we'll show you what's next. Okay, so we got both sides on, and now we can actually attach them to the actual ends right here. So if you look at, just show you real quick, right here, very critical. So you gotta get that right there. What you're looking to do is this portion right here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Like right here, this part of the arm. Okay, that needs to get connected to this right here. So we're gonna go ahead and secure that to the end on both sides. So we got that side to do, and then we also got to do this side. And then we'll be good to go. Alright, looks like this side is in already by itself. Just kind of locks in. So we're going to go ahead and do this side, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, so here we go. We grab this right here. And by the way, I put a hammer under it just to make sure it's loose, so it's not, I can play with it. We grab it like this, and we just kind of secure it. Hopefully, it's not too hard. Sometimes it's a little hard to do. Alright, we're going to try that again. It's a little hard the first time. Basically, I have to push down on this, so it's not really lining up. So you have to basically push down on it like this, and then make sure it locks on like that. Once it locks on, we're going to go ahead and put the console on, and then we secure the bolts on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and get the console. So in order to secure the console, we need the console. We also need the console bracket, which is this thing. And we need the 6 screws. We're going to need these 6 screws here with the washers. And the first thing we're going to do is going to put the bracket on. So just line it up real quick like this. And there's 2 tabs on here. right? And then what we're gonna do is gonna put those screws in first. So put this one in. Hopefully the light is bright enough. See what I'm doing here. Basically, put the screw in right here. Secure it on that end. Secure the other end. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure that the cable is in. You want to get this cable in, get it through the hole, pull it through the front right here, and then we secure the other side. We need another screw and a washer, and we're going to go ahead and secure that like that. It could be a little bit jarring. Right now it's convenient, so you just gotta play with it a little bit, and also make sure that you're. I'm gonna probably block the video while I do this on this side. Hopefully you can still see. Pull this cable through, make sure it's not getting crimped. All right, so just line this up. Get that screw in. We also have a couple more screws to put in on the sides. Put the screw in on the sides like this. And once the screws are in, then we can put the consoles on. So I'm just going to put them in pretty loose right now. And then we can go ahead and tighten them later. All right. Got one more that fell over here. All right, we got them in a little loose. We can tighten them up later. And this also goes through here, and it's going to come around here and connect to the console. So we grab the console. This is the console, right? And there are 4 screws on the back. We take those screws out. Right? All 4 screws are the same size, so you don't have to worry about which one goes where. All right, so the console goes like this, right? You make the connections. So this connection, let me, all right, so a lot of little things that you have to pay attention to when getting the consoles on. For the Allen wrench, the screw is going to need an Allen wrench, and this looks like a metric number 4. So it's number 4 Allen wrench metric. And when you get the console on, you got to make sure it sits in this hole. So this little thing right here, the screw needs to sit in this hole right here, right? And it sits on like that. Also got to make sure that this cable coming out the console comes out the side right here. So this we're going to connect right here, like this. And then the other cable from the console, we're going to connect. There we go. All right, so we're going to connect that in here. So there's a little connector inside here. Just going to push that up in there. Make that connection. Just make sure it clicks. Once you get that in, you're going to go ahead and get these screws in. So I'm just going to put them in real loose right now. And we can tighten them a little later. Right, so we got 2 in so far. Put the other 2 in. Now, like I said, you're going to need a 4mm Allen wrench that you can get at the local hardware store. Put the 4th screw in. leave that in loose. Okay. And your treadmill is pretty much done. There's little things that you have to do, like plug the power cord in and put the cosmetic covers on. We're gonna go ahead and test it now. So I'm gonna plug it in and test it, make sure it's working. Okay, so I plugged it in. As you can tell, the screen comes on, and so we have them power there. We got to get the pedals put on, so we're just gonna go ahead and do that right now. So in order to get the pedals on, we're gonna need the actual pedals. We're gonna need these bolts right here, 3/16 Allen wrench, and we'll be ready to boogie. So the first pedal we're going to put on is the left pedal, which is this one. Alright, just take note that the connecting arm right here is on the outside. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to make sure that this gets inside here, like that. Alright, once it gets in there like that, we're going to connect the rear. We need this bolt and a nut, and we're going to connect it right to this pedal right here. Our crank. Get this thing in here like this. Alright, once you get in there, we're just going to screw it in. Screw this in. And we want to connect the bolt on the bottom. And then we're going to tighten either adjustable or socket wrench, and we're going to tighten Got that tight. We want to do the front. So let's just adjust this right here. All right, we pull this in. And we grab this right here and connect the hardware to the arms. So if you're working by yourself, it might be a little difficult, but you should be able to do it anyway. And get this in here, and then you put it on. Okay, so once your pedal legs are on, you want to tighten up all the screws. So there's 2 screws here. You want to tighten them up and use your socket wrench and tighten these up. You also want to tighten up the screws on the arm also. So all of these screws are up here. So if we, so those 2 screws right there. And we have a couple of screws there. And there's 2 on the other side also. So we're just going to go ahead and tighten those up and put the covers on. two covers covers up the back of the console. Actually, we have to tighten these up first. Let me get a Allen wrench. Okay, so got my Allen wrench. Go ahead and just tighten up these screws here on the console. Okay, so we got the console tightened up. These two covers cover up the console, so one of them goes here, the other one goes here. Alright, and screws goes on the bottom. So we're just going to get the screws in. Oops. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get these screws in from under here. It's a little awkward, but should be able to get it in with no problem. Like I said, it's a little bit awkward, but as soon as you catch it, it should be fine. Okay, and we put the screws in right here. Okay, we're all set there with the covers. Alright, and the last thing we have to do is put this cover on. So we just kind of stick it in the hole in the bottom here. And let me just set the camera so you can see it properly. Alright, so basically you're sticking this right in these holes here. And then you basically just snap it in like that. And you are good to go. So pretty much done right now. I'm going to go ahead and get on it and test it. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and test the machine. Alright. Alright, seems like it's running okay. We got good resistance. Ramp also works. And we are good to go.